Okay, so hopefully this is better quality because I'm using my back camera, not my front camera. So hello everybody, my name is Brooklyn, otherwise known as the Dramatic Otaku. Now you're probably wondering, what's with this makeup? Well, I am doing this makeup because today I'm talking about my Haikyuu AU of Cosmic Royalty. Now this AU isn't necessarily the most unique, but I did come up with it based on a few different things, and we will talk about that today. So this is an in-depth version of my AU. I don't know if I'm going to put this into my AUs video. This Haikyuu AU is called Celestial Royalty. I don't know why I called it Cosmic Royalty. I don't really have the cosplay for it just yet. I don't have a wig. Also, if you see me looking up, I'm looking up at either my laptop or my mirror because I can't stop looking at myself because I really love this look. And the squeaking is my chair. And I have a script here, so I can actually talk about my thing. And if you hear anything else, there's a party going on next door, which is really, really not a good thing to be happening in this time, but yeah. And my brother is playing video games, so this is like the only time I can really record because I wanted to record with the makeup. So, I haven't got the cosplay properly yet for this AU, but this AU is sort of surrounding Yamaguchi from Haikyuu, and I need a wig for him, and I have a specific outfit I have for him, and yeah, I have a distinct costume I want for him. But to let you know what the Celestial Royalty AU is, it is basically surrounding the character of Yamaguchi Tadashi in the sense that he is the Star Prince, thus this thing. And I will be talking a bit about character designs and all that and how I see the AU. But basically, Yamaguchi as the Star Prince, he has this thing right here over his face, and it is a galaxy, and it is all the different stars, and you can see here I've got the constellation for Scorpio right here. It's very, very rough, but I have the constellation for Scorpio there because Yamaguchi is a Scorpio, so I just thought that'd be cute to add in. And he is pretty much looks the same, just with this across his face, and wears royal clothing. He, as a character, embodies constellations and various different types of stars, so like white dwarfs, red giants, stuff like that. He is the embodiment of all stars. So when Hinata comes around, being the embodiment of the sun, he gets a little bit triggered because the sun is a star. And this is where some of the stresses of the AU come in, because Hinata and his sister are both embodiments of suns, and like different suns, but suns in the same sense. So that's Yamaguchi, and I don't really have a solid plotline, but I do have the characters. So first of all, we're going to talk about Hinata. So Hinata is the embodiment of the sun. Now, unlike all the other characters who have like a title like king, queen, princess, prince, I haven't really got nobles yet, but Hinata doesn't actually have a stature of his importance because everyone's a little bit shocked by his existence. But they do know he has to be really, really important for the fact that he exists. And with this AU, the reason why he's so important is because, now none of the characters know this yet, I kind of have a plot line for it, but by sort of the mid-end of the AU, the reason why he is so important is because he is a sun that has sustainable life in its solar system. So he represents our sun. Natsu represents a different sun, and she would probably be a star of another solar system that has a planet with livable conditions that are very similar to Earth. I just don't know which solar system because I haven't really gone into detail for this, but yeah. So his outfit would be, I think, very similar to Tadashi's, and if you want an idea of what I'm thinking of for Tadashi's costume outfit, cosplay outfit, it is very similar to Todoroki's from My Hero Academia in the fantasy AU. It's very similar to that outfit, except it's really dark. It's very similar colours to this, but darker. So Hinata sort of has the same pattern for his costume. The only difference is his is completely orange with bits of black in it. So while Yamaguchi's, I think, is like black, dark blue, stuff like that, with lots of patterned stars on it, and in a very specific way, which I really want to make. Yeah, Hinata's is all orange, completely orange. There's a bit of red in there, but it's mainly orange to match his hair. Now, the way I see Hinata's makeup and all that, I think first of all he has a bit of a halo around his head because he's the sun, but also I think he has sort of not anything like this really. I think he's just very bright, so he has like dashes of like orange and red under here, but not anything as expansive as this. The next one is Kageyama. He is the king of Earth. Yeah, I made him the king of Earth. Now, I see him being very similar to Prince Endymion from Sailor Moon, or otherwise known as Tuxedo Mask. Now, I feel like his outfit would be pretty much Tuxedo Mask's outfit. And yeah, he's the king of Earth because Earth is very unique in the fact that it has life on it. So he isn't necessarily like other planets, so that's why he's a king, if that makes sense. Next is Tsukishima, the cold prince of moons. Now, he works very closely with Kageyama because he mainly embodies our moon, while him and his brother sort of regulate all the different moons, if that makes sense. They pretty much, in this AU, they not only embody the celestial thing, but they also sort of are in charge of it. That's why it's a royalty AU. It's sort of complicated like that. And he works very closely with Kageyama and sometimes Hinata against his will. He is also very, very close with Yamaguchi because in this AU, because they both control so many different things, with Yamaguchi being the embodiment of all the stars and Tsukishima being the embodiment of most of the moons in the galaxy, in the universe. I haven't really figured out all the kinks, but because they regulate and embody so many different things, that's why those two are sort of very close. So Tsukishima's outfit would be a suit that is made up of lots of blacks, whites and greys, and I feel like half of his face, to represent the dark side of the moon, would be a monotone grey colour. So like this side is all regular and this side is all grey, and like it doesn't regulate to his hands, it's just his face and neck that's all monotone grey. His hands is a different story. But yeah, so the next one is Yahtchi, the Nebula princess. So this is very colourful and unique. You may probably wonder why Chuco isn't the nebulas. Well, that's because of the distance away from the nebulas are from us. I took it as Yahtchi is very creative and she wasn't first introduced into the series like all of the characters from Karasuno were. So like she wasn't already there if that makes sense. She was sort of introduced later in the series, so that's sort of the distance-wise thing. I also think she's really cute, so that's why it's sort of colours unique, all of that. Two other reasons why Yahtchi is Nebula's is because A, Yamaguchi seems to have a little crush on her in the series, and I don't know, love and colours and all that, and then like she's Nebula's, and then stars and nebulas look really beautiful together. I don't know. Yes, I'm kind of shipping Yahtchi and Yamaguchi in this thing, but it's not like complete, okay? It's just hinting at it like it does in the series, with Yamaguchi kind of having a crush on her. The second reason is because I feel like seeing Yahtchi with like her short blonde hair and in this gorgeous, like, not necessarily a ball gown, but it could be a ball gown, but this long, flowy dress that's made up of like a bunch of different colours that are very cosmically, aesthetically pleasing. I thought that would be really, really pretty, and just having her sort of be the centre of, again, another plot point that is adding to drama, I thought that would be really interesting. So, as I said about Kyoko before, she is not Nebula's. She is instead the Queen of Venus. And yes, I did make it really basic and make Kyoko Queen of Venus. I know that's really, really basic. However, yeah, just because Tonica and Nishinoya sort of make her out to be this goddess-like character, let's sort of just make Kyoko a goddess-like character, and like Venus, the goddess of like love, romance, and sexuality, stuff like that. Okay? So yeah, so Kyoko is Queen of Venus. Her outfit is kind of goddess-esque, I'd say. Just, yeah, Greek goddess type thing, but not as sort of dated, I guess. A modern Greek goddess sort of look is what I'm going for this. So next, this one is my favorite duo, and it's Tonica and Yamamoto. So Tonica is the prince of meteorites and asteroids, and this will make sense when I explain Yamamoto. Yamamoto is the prince of comets. Does that make sense now? So, because, you know, Tonica and Yamamoto are very similar, only Yamamoto has the blonde mohawk, or in this case, a tail of light. Get it? So, yeah, I think their clothes would be very grey and dark, not necessarily black, and I think the difference between them, obviously, Yamamoto has his mohawk. But yeah, and then the last one, who is the main but misunderstood villain of the story, is Kuro. This, I will explain why he's the he's the villain in a second. So Kuro is the king of black holes, a mysterious character and a direct rival of Yamaguchi. As Yamaguchi creates light, Kuro absorbs it and warps it. Kuro in this AU is kind of a misunderstood villain, so he would just definitely wear all black, and I picked him obviously because his name means black. that's the whole reason. But yeah, so I feel like he would wear a black suit, black cape with the suit, and yeah. So this entire AU was inspired by three things specifically. First, by Changa's song Gotta Go. I sort of pictured this, and it was Yamaguchi in the sort of point of view of Changa in this, and that song sort of resonates with Cinderella, and that's sort of also a thing that influenced it, but it's not exactly like Cinderella, so yeah. The second thing that influenced this AU was the countless amount of royalty AU fanfiction on Archive of Our Own, and so it sort of influenced why all these people are all these things. And the last thing is that really popular fan art of Yamaguchi, and he's got, instead of freckles, he's got stars across his face, And I'm not going to put up the photo, but you've probably seen it before. It's him looking up at the sky with stars across his face. That's what the fan art is, and it's really, really popular. So I'm assuming most of you would have seen it. So, Editor Brooklyn here. I am currently in the middle of like filming and editing my AU video and like putting it into and like putting my Celestial Royalty section in. And I was rewatching the footage and kind of realised I forgot the plotline of the AU. I gave you the synopsis of the characters, but I didn't really give you the plotline. So, the plotline for the Celestial Royalty AU, and sort of the whole reason why Gotta Go by Chang'e was a inspiration for the plotline. So, the plotline starts off with Yamaguchi and Tsukishima. Now they, as I said before, have had a long relationship together because they both represent multiple things than just one. They work closely together, they've been friends for a long time, and Yamaguchi and Tsuki are invited to Yahtchi's birthday. Now, this birthday celebration is very similar to the original story of Cinderella, which it is a 3-day celebration, and I sort of, when listening to the song Gotta Go, sort of put scenes in my head of these 3 days, and I'll get into like each day and each experience he has on these days, and like the whole AU goes past Yahtchi's birthday, but it just starts in Yahtchi's birthday. So they both get invited, and Tsukishima, knowing Hinata exists, is somewhat uneasy for Yamaguchi coming because he hasn't told Yamaguchi that Hinata exists, because he doesn't want Yamaguchi to be, or feel rather, threatened, because in his history, I've sort of changed Tsukishima's relationship to his brother and the sort of conflict they had to having Tsuki actually exist be the conflict between the two brothers. And for a long time, Akiteru was at unease, and he doesn't want Yamaguchi to feel unease with Hinata. He knows they're clearly not related. So in the AU, Yamaguchi and Hinata are not related, and there's this distinct reason, which I think I already said that, which is Hinata is the star of a solar system that has life, and then Natsu is a different solar system that has life. So he doesn't want Yamaguchi to feel anxiety and stuff like that because of Hinata, and so that's why Tsuki's sort of at unease and not telling Yamaguchi about Hinata or the Hinatas. So Yamaguchi is at first really excited to go to Yahtchi's celebration because he has the slightest crush on Yahtchi. Now, that's because in the series, it's hinted that he's the slightest crush on Yahtchi, and I cannot stress this enough. This AU is not Yamayachi, and it's not Hinayachi. And that's the whole reason I'm making this video, is because I want the AU to be out there. I want people to like take my AU, take the plotline and run with it, and they can make it Yamayachi, they can make it Hinayachi, they can make it Tsukiyama. Hell, they can make it Kagehina if they want. Even though Kageyama's not very included into the story, but still. Okay, so moving forward, Yamaguchi is at first excited, but on the first day of the celebrations, he's uneasy and he doesn't know why. And that's because he has this unknown power where he can tell other incarnations of stars. And he doesn't know that. It's a feeling that, again, Tsukishima knows, or Tsuki knows, because he exists and his brother exists. And Tonica knows this. Oh my god, I'm a dumbass. Oh my god. Okay, cutting this into here, I didn't mention this in my TikTok, and I really should have, because I just thought of it, and I filmed the TikTok about 4 days ago, but I changed Tonica being the Prince of Meteorites and Asteroids. He's just the Prince of Meteorites. Seiko is the Queen of Asteroids. So, Seiko is the Queen of Asteroids. Tonica is the Prince of Meteorites. Ignore what I said in my TikTok. Ignore what I said, what I've said just then in the video. Tonica is the Prince of Meteorites, and Seiko is the Queen of Asteroids. I have said this 4 or 5 times. Okay, anyway, so Tonica can also sort of have presence of like anything similar to him. So he's very well aware of Yamamoto, but knows they are different entities. He's very well aware of his sister, but they are different entities. And like it's the same with the Tsukishima brothers. Suki, or K, can tell his brother exists, obviously because he's an older brother, but he can tell he exists and when he's around, because Tsukishima deals with a lot of moons, however he deals with smaller moons, if that makes sense. So Akitero deals with the creation of moons, whereas K deals with the upkeep of moons. So basically, Akiteru, creator, Suki, upkeep, and there is no defined line of where this stops, because there's always terraforming on different moons, there's always different environments on different moons, so something can always be created, whether it's a crater or whatever. So there's no definite line as to where Suki's job starts and Akiteru's ends, okay? So just, yeah. Sorry, I'm just fleshing out Akiteru and Seiko in my mind. But yeah, so he's uneasy because he can sense Hinata. Now, he is unsure why and continues into the ball. Now, the ballroom, in my mind, is open-aired. It's very similar to, I think, the Moon Palace from Sailor Moon. Or the Palace of the Silver Millennium from Sailor Moon. And this is Yahtchi's palace. This is the Nebula Princess Palace. This is the Nebula Kingdom Palace. And I feel like the top, so the roof, is completely clear. It's very similar to the Grand Hall in Hogwarts. I don't know the actual name for that hall. I'm just calling it the Grand Hall. So the Grand Hall in Hogwarts, think of that room how it doesn't have a distinct roof. It just has, it is building, then it is sky, but it is not sky at the same time. It is very similar to that. And there are many balconies in this hall. And on one of the balconies sits Kageyama, and he is talking to someone behind a curtain who is radiating a light. Yamaguchi notices this and gets very suspicious, but moves away from it and walks onto the dance floor to Yahtchi to go greet her. He looks up to another balcony and there's Suki, and Suki is looking down at him, very, very worried, going, oh no, this is not going to end well. And like, Suki doesn't know what to do, so he's sort of just uneasy, but he's put a mask on, so but Yamaguchi can definitely feel his anxiety because they're close friends, and is uneasy even more so. He greets Yahtchi and he asks her to dance. Yahtchi refuses because she's already been asked to dance by Hinata. Yamaguchi is confused and asked who Hinata is because he's never heard this name before. Yahtchi gets confused going, oh, I thought you would have known. Then suddenly Yamaguchi feels something jolt down his spine, so just a shiver down his spine going, oh no, there is someone here. There is someone behind me. There is someone behind me. What is this? What is this feeling? He gets very confused, very anxious. He turns around, there's Hinata. And immediately, Yamaguchi knows he's a star. And internally, he panics. He physically freezes. Internally, he panics. He looks between Hinata, knowing he's a star, and knowing the feeling that Tsukishima feels, and finally understanding what it feels. He looks up to Tsukishima, going, you knew about this, didn't you? And Tsukishima makes a movement going, come here, we'll talk about this. They do, and Yamaguchi gets more worked up. He's like, no, this can't be possible. How did I not know this existed? How did you know he existed? What is he? And at this point, he doesn't know Hinata is a star that has life in its solar system. And so he panics, and at the stroke of 12, at the stroke of 12, he runs out of the palace because he's so freaked out. And Yahtchi goes after him going, hey, wait, Yamaguchi, what's happening? Blah, 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 blah. And he goes home. And the next day, he goes, okay, maybe Hinata won't be there. And the next day he comes back and he goes, no, I have to talk to this person. I don't know who they are. I don't know what they want. I don't know why they exist. And so he goes back. And he talks to Yahtchi. They dance and he's put at ease. And then Hinata comes back into the picture. He tries to talk to Hinata and immediately he's hit by Hinata's like bright, bubbly personality, and he's like, this is really a star. This is a lot. And he starts to feel more anxiety, stuff like that. It's basically, the AU is pretty much him overcoming anxiety of Hinata. And every time he sort of meets Hinata, from then on, there is a lot of tension on his side. Not so much Hinata. Hinata's a bit blunt to it. Hinata's actually very excited to meet Yamaguchi. See, he has always known Yamaguchi existed from his existence. And he can tell Yamaguchi exists from this feeling because Tsukishima explained it to him because Hinata was being really annoying. So he's very excited to meet Yamaguchi because he's just like, oh, this is the person above me. This is the more important person. This is someone I have to protect. This is someone I have to be friends with because I'm going to be working very closely with them. And that's like where the AU goes after Yahtchi's birthday. It's them working together, overcoming things. It's also not Yamahina. I cannot stress that enough. It is not Yamahina either. But yeah, the third day of the ball, Yamaguchi, much like the original story of Cinderella, is trapped on the stairs by Yahtchi because Yahtchi just wants a conversation with one of her friends because she can tell stuff is going down. And I'm not sure where that goes. They have a conversation. They start talking about Hinata, stuff like that. And then the AU goes into Hinata and Yamaguchi working together. Then Kageyama and Tsukishima working together, and then all four of them working together. And you know what? Get Yahtchi in there too. And there is a lot of stuff with the solar system. I think Kenma's thrown in there at one point, and I can't remember what I was gonna make Kenma. I cannot remember what I was gonna make Kenma. I was gonna make Kenma something. he's something very close to Kuro, and this is where Kuro comes in. So, partway through the AU, Kuro comes in, and he wants to make a deal with Yamaguchi. What this deal is? Up to you. That's why it's an AU. This is just my idea, and it's all completely up to you what his deal is with Yamaguchi. But there is tension between them because Yamaguchi is the king of stars, not the king, the prince of stars, or the star prince, and Kuro is the king of black holes. Now, Kuro is the black hole king. He's the oldest of any of the royal court, because before there was the universe, there was nothing. Kuro represents the nothingness. But there can't be nothing if there's something, so his nothingness turned into black holes. So yeah, he became black holes, or the king of black holes, and he's arguably the most misunderstood king of the royal court. He is particularly known as the king of darkness, and thus why many people think he's dangerous when he's actually not. He's just an idiot who does dad jokes and puns. But not many people know this, so he comes off as dark and mysterious. The fact that he wears a lot of black and his name is Kuro doesn't really help. Except the only person he's is significant danger to is Yamaguchi. Because if you didn't know, because at the end of a star's lifetime, if it is big enough and it collapses in on itself, it becomes a black hole. So from light comes darkness. They are polar opposites, but also the same. And that's where Kuro's deal comes in with Yamaguchi. Again, I don't know what it is. I'm leaving up to you guys. If you want to know what it is, maybe it's the fact that stars turn into black holes. That's the deal, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, so Kuro is actually a true danger to Yamaguchi because of things. Because of him absorbing light, warping time, warping time, stuff like that. So he is very threatening, but also very much not at the same time, kind of like in actual anime. But yeah, and the end of the AU, there is no end of the AU. It's very open-ended, and it's basically, from my point of view, Yamaguchi overcoming his anxieties with Hinata, becoming friends with Hinata, and them working closely together, figuring out that Hinata is actually a star that sustains life. Is my AU. That is the basic plot line of my AU. If you want to change it, that is completely up to you. You know the roles, and now the role of Akiteru and Seiko. But yeah, so if you've come from TikTok, thank you. And I am so sorry for making you come here to watch a video about a Celestial Royalty AU. I would absolutely love to see cosplays of these characters, especially since I've described what these characters are. Take the really, really basic costume design descriptions and go with it, except I want to see Kageyama in Tuxedo Mask's outfit, or Prince Endymion's outfit. That is the only costume other than Yamaguchi's who I know I want that specific outfit. Yeah, so if you come from TikTok, thank you so much for coming. You do not have to subscribe, but please do like, just so I know how many of you enjoyed the video. You're free to cosplay this character. Please just tag me in any video, any TikTok you do cosplaying this character, because I really, really want to see your cosplays. But yeah, so that is my Haikyuu Royalty AU. If you have any more things you want to add into the AU, I would absolutely love to hear them, because there are so many more characters that need positions filled. Like, I was thinking Daichi or Asahi could be Jupiter. Then I don't know what all the other characters are gonna be. Oh my god, Yaku as Pluto, that would be so funny. I want to make Yaku Pluto now. Damn it. Okay. But yeah, that is my AU. So thank you so much for watching. If you've come from TikTok, I'm so sorry I made you come all the way here just to hear the explanation. But yeah, so thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later.